Hello, second graders. It's Friday, and I'm reading again from Junie B. Jones and the Stupid Smelly Bus. I'm on chapter 3, and remember, chapter 3 is called The Stupid Smelly Bus. And yesterday I said the setting was on the bus, but it really wasn't. The setting was at Junie B's house. She was worrying about the bus and feeling squeezy. She was so nervous. Today, she's actually on the bus. So we're going to find out what happens to Junie B. Jones. Remember, sometimes Junie B. Jones has problems. Sometimes Junie B. Jones says things and thinks things and aren't very nice. Sometimes she doesn't say things correctly. So we're going to correct her on that. Today, I'm sitting with Mudge. Mudge is going to be with me at Story Chair. And I have my heart just to remind me to tell you that I love second grade. I love second graders. They're so super cool. And I love Junie B. Jones. She is hilarious. I can't wait to find out what happens on the bus. Right, Mudge? The bus wasn't like my daddy's car at all. It was very big inside. And the seats didn't have any cloth on them. The little curly girl was sitting next to the front, and so I tapped on her. Guess what? I said. Mother said for me to sit here. No, she said. I'm saving this seat for my best friend, Mary Ruth Marble. Then she put her little white purse on the place where I was going to sit. And so I made a face at her. Hurry up and find a seat, young lady, said Mr. Wu. And so I quick sat down across from the curly mean girl, and Mr. Wu shut the door. It wasn't a regular kind of door, though. It folded in half, and when it closed, it made a wishy sound. I don't like that kind of door. If it closes on you by accident, it will cut you in half. And you will make a squishy sound. The bus made a big roar. Then a big puff of black, smelly smoke came out of the back end of it. It's called bus breath, I think. Mr. Wu drove for a while. Then the brakes made that sound, screechy noise again. I covered my ears so it couldn't get inside my head, because if loud, screechy noises get inside your head, you have to take an aspirin. I saw that on a TV commercial. Then the bus door opened again, and a dad and a boy with a grouchy face got on. The dad smiled. Then he plopped the grouchy boy right next to me. This is Jim, he said. I'm afraid Jim isn't too happy this afternoon. The dad kissed the boy goodbye, but the boy wiped it off his cheek. Jim had on a backpack. It was blue, my favorite color. I love backpacks. I wish I had one of my very own. One time I found a red one in a trash can, but it had a little bit of gushy on it, and Mother said no. Jim's backpack had lots of zippers. I touched each one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, I counted. Then I unzipped one. Hey, don't, yelled Jim. He zipped it right up again. Then he moved to the seat in front of me. I hate that, Jim. After that, the bus kept stopping and starting, and lots of kids kept getting on. Loud kids, and some of them were the kind who looked like meanies. Then the bus began getting very noisy and hot inside, and the sun kept shining down on me and my fuzzy hot sweater. And here's another hot thing. I couldn't roll down my window because it didn't have a handle, and so I just kept on getting hotter and hotter. And it smelled in the bus, too. The bus smelled like an egg salad sandwich. I want to get off of here, I said right out loud, but nobody heard me. I hate it in this stupid, smelly bus. Then my eyes got a little bit of wet. I wasn't crying though, 'cause I'm not a baby, that's why. After that, my nose started running. Only the bus didn't have a glove compartment, which is where you keep the travel tissues, of course. And so I had to wipe my nose on my fuzzy pink sweater sleeve. Then I stayed on the bus for about an hour or 3 until finally, I saw a flagpole on a playground. That meant we were at kindergarten. Then Mr. Wu drove the bus into the parking lot and stopped. I jumped up very fast because all I wanted to do was get off that stupid smelly thing. Only guess what? That gym pushed right in front of me. And the curly mean girl did too. And then people started squishing me real tight. And so I pushed them away and they pushed me right back. That's when I fell down and a big foot stepped on my skirt that looked like velvet. "Stop it!" I yelled. Then Mr. Wu hollered, "Hey, hey, hey!" And he picked me up and helped me off the bus. Mrs. was waiting for me just like my mother said. Let me show you the picture. Mrs. was waiting for me just like my mother said. "Hi, I'm glad to see you," she called. Then I ran over to her and I showed her the big footprint on my skirt that looks like velvet. Yeah, only look what happened. I got stepped on and so now I'm soiled. Mrs. brushed it off. "Don't worry, Junie," she said. "It'll come off." After that, I just folded my arms and made a frown. Can you do that? 'Cause guess what? She forgot my B again. Did she have an enjoyable bus ride? Many things went wrong on the bus. Poor Junie B. Jones. Oh, okay, so on Monday, Chapter 4, let's look in the table of contents. So it just tells us what's in Chapter 4. Me and Lucille and some other kids. What's going to happen in kindergarten? Lucille and some other kids? I hope things get better for Junie B. Jones. Hey, guess what, 2nd grade? You guys have a great weekend. Thanks for being amazing and working really hard this week. I am very proud of you. All right, see you Monday.